For most athletes, reaching world number one is the ultimate validation, a symbol that years of sacrifice, discipline, and relentless pursuit have finally paid off. In many sports, that ranking comes with tangible advantages, easier draws, psychological edge, and preferential treatment in tournaments. But in golf, things work differently. And no one explains that better than Nelly Korda. Despite reclaiming the top spot in the world rankings, Korda's perspective is surprisingly grounded, almost dismissive of the hype that typically surrounds such an achievement. To her, being world number one isn't a strategic advantage. It doesn't make the game easier. It doesn't guarantee wins. In fact, as she candidly puts it, there's zero advantage. That statement might sound shocking at first, especially considering how much emphasis fans and media place on rankings. But when you dig deeper into the structure of professional golf, her viewpoint starts to make perfect sense. Korda has been here before. She previously held the number one ranking for an impressive 71 consecutive weeks, a stretch that cemented her dominance in women's golf. During that time, she established herself as one of the most consistent and formidable players on the LPGA Tour. But even then, the ranking didn't shield her from the inherent unpredictability of the sport. Unlike tennis, where top-ranked players benefit from favorable seeding and avoid facing other elite competitors in the early rounds, golf operates on a level playing field. Every tournament begins the same way for everyone. There are no shortcuts. No protected paths. Whether you're ranked first or 50th, you step onto the course under identical conditions, facing the same challenges. And those challenges are relentless. Every LPGA event includes a cut after the initial rounds, meaning even the best players in the world are at risk of being eliminated early if they don't perform. There are no guarantees. A single bad round can undo days of preparation. A momentary lapse in focus can cost a tournament. That's why Korda views the ranking not as an advantage, but as a reflection, a snapshot of recent performance rather than a predictor of future success. Her journey back to world number one in 2026 perfectly illustrates that philosophy. After losing the top spot in August 2025 to Jeeno Thitikul, Korda didn't panic. Thitikul had put together an extraordinary run, highlighted by victories at major events and consistent top finishes. For many athletes, being dethroned after such a long reign could trigger self-doubt or pressure to reclaim dominance quickly. But Korda took a different approach. Instead of obsessing over rankings or chasing points, she shifted her focus inward. She concentrated on the fundamentals, her swing, her mindset, and her love for the game. She tuned out external noise and returned to the simplicity that had brought her success in the first place. That mental reset proved to be a turning point. By April 2026, Korda was playing some of the best golf of her career. Her performance at the Chevron Championship in Houston was nothing short of dominant. From the opening round, she took control of the tournament and never looked back. She started with a stunning 7 under 65, immediately separating herself from the field. Over the next 3 rounds, she maintained her lead with scores of 65, 70, and 70, showcasing both consistency and composure under pressure. By the time the final putt dropped, she had secured a 5-shot victory, her 17th LPGA title and 3rd major championship. It wasn't just the win that stood out. It was how she won. Korda led every round of the tournament, becoming only the 3rd professional golfer in the past 50 years to dominate an LPGA major in such commanding fashion. It was a performance that left no doubt about her form and reaffirmed her status as the best player in the world, at least for that moment. But even after such a triumph, her perspective remained unchanged. For Korda, the ranking is not the goal. It's a byproduct. She has repeatedly emphasized that she doesn't focus on numbers or titles. Instead, her priority is execution, stepping onto the course and playing the best golf she can, one shot at a time. That mindset, she believes, is far more valuable than any ranking could ever be. And it's a mindset that has been shaped by experience. The 2025 season, in particular, played a significant role in refining her approach. After losing the number 1 spot, Korda faced increased scrutiny and expectations. Every performance was analyzed. Every result was compared to her previous dominance. Rather than letting that pressure consume her, she used it as a learning opportunity. She realized that focusing on external validation, rankings, media narratives, public opinion, only added unnecessary stress. True consistency, she discovered, comes from internal clarity. From trusting your process. From enjoying the game. That realization has carried into her 2026 campaign. So far, the results speak for themselves. In just 5 starts this season, Korda has won twice and finished runner-up in the other 3 events. That level of consistency is rare in professional golf, where even the best players often struggle to maintain form over extended periods. It's also why she enters the Riviera Maya Open as the clear favorite. Held at the picturesque El Chameleon golf course, the tournament features a competitive field of 125 players competing for a $2.5 million purse. While several notable names are absent, the lineup still includes a strong mix of emerging talents and seasoned professionals. Among them are players like Eiki Iwai, Chisato Iwai, Minami Katsu, and Gabi Lopez, all capable of contending on their day. But based on current form, none match Korda's consistency or confidence. Her betting odds reflect that reality. At plus 210, she stands well ahead of the field, with the next closest contender significantly behind. It's a position that underscores her dominance, but also one that brings its own set of expectations. Yet, if there's one thing Korda has made clear, it's that she doesn't let expectations dictate her approach. Whether she's ranked number 1 or chasing the top spot, her focus remains the same. Preparation. Execution. Enjoyment. That simplicity is deceptively powerful. In a sport where mental resilience is just as important as technical skill, Korda's ability to stay grounded gives her a distinct edge, one that doesn't show up in rankings but manifests in results. It also sets her apart from many of her peers. While others may view the number 1 ranking as a target to defend or a status to maintain, Korda treats it as a temporary milestone. Something to appreciate, but not cling to. Because in golf, nothing is permanent. Form fluctuates. Conditions change. New challenges emerge. And every tournament presents a fresh opportunity, for success or setback. That's why Korda's philosophy resonates beyond just her own career. It highlights a fundamental truth about the sport, that success is not defined by rankings, but by performance in the moment. That consistency comes not from external validation, but from internal focus. And perhaps most importantly, that the game itself, its challenges, its nuances, its unpredictability, is what truly matters. As the Riviera Maya Open unfolds, all eyes will be on Korda. Not just because she's the world number 1, but because of how she carries that title. Will she continue her dominant run? Will she add another victory to her already impressive season? Or will the unpredictability of golf once again remind everyone that no ranking guarantees success? Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain. For Nelly Korda, being number 1 isn't about advantage. It's about playing great golf, and letting everything else take care of itself.